Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to City Skylines, where today we could be starting a very new series only if you guys enjoy this. And this series is FoolTopia, a brand new city that we're going to be building. Now don't worry, Boomtown is not going anywhere. You guys seem to be loving City Skylines so much on the channel. I thought to myself, do you know what? We'll bring a second series. We'll have two series running simultaneously where we build a city. Now, this one's going to be very, very different to Boomtown. Boomtown, pretty much the goal is right there, is to have everything unlocked, like super demand, so crazy, so we can build the world's biggest, craziest city with eventually 1 million residents. Where FoolTopia, on the other hand, we're taking it back to basics. Back to the base game. Well, not too far back to the base game. I still have all the mods and assets that we're going to be using like we have in Boomtown. The only thing I don't have enabled is one, super demand, so we can only build the city based on the demand that it gives us. Two, nothing is unlocked, so we have to unlock things as we progress just to add that extra element to the game. And three, there is a third one, and I can't quite remember the top of my head. There we go. We don't have like ridiculously amounts of unlimited money. It's just what the game gives us, which I think is around 70,000 starting cash, which is going to be really even more interesting. And we're going to see how things go. So before I show you the map and everything about this, I just want to say this right now, guys. If you enjoy FoolTopia, want to see FoolTopia turn into a series, then smash that like button down below. Let me know in the comment section too, guys. FoolTopia is paradise. That is the only way I can put it. Boomtown is like living in hell with everything that's going on right now. This is paradise, guys. I'm going to show you the kind of map right now. So let's go to free camera mode right now, and this is the map to hand. We have this massive kind of peninsula in the middle, which has a 2-lane highway running all the way around the kind of edge of the city. I can't view too much as well because we've only got a small square to view. But it has this 2-lane highway running all through the edges right now to the outskirts. So there's not a lot of surface area you get to build in here. And then it has like the land on the outskirts, which has like a proper highway running through it. I can't wait to eventually expand over to those areas. But this map is called, I think it's called like Bora Bora on the Steam Workshop. You know, kind of like Bora Bora in real life. There's little islands and all that kind of cool stuff. So we don't have much space. We've got this little square to work with right now. And that's pretty much all we've got. Nothing's unlocked. We've got to unlock things as we progress. Our first goal is to build a little hamlet, reach a population of 360, which is crazy, and then we'll unlock all the services and whatnot. So we've got a lot of fun to do, guys. This is going to be really cool. We can't build the city crazy like Boomtown, where I just kind of, you know, start an episode, say we're going to do this, and then we do this. This one is just completely blind. We don't know how it's going to work. We can have so many issues that we can't solve as easy. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. So like I said, if you enjoyed this, smash that like button down below. And also, guys, if you're excited for this, please subscribe so you don't miss any of these cool videos coming out very, very soon. So let's take a look then. Right, so I don't get much to do right now in this small square. I'm not going to buy any land just yet because it is going to be quite expensive. I've only got 70,000 to work with. So I think the main focus right now is to try and earn money. And like I said before, the goal of this is not to ridiculously build this huge city. It's to build it as natural as possible without, you know, ruining as much of the landscape as possible. And just trying to create something really, really cool. A nice tropical paradise city or country or whatever you want to call it. It's FoolTopia. It's beautiful. Reminds me of Tropico. So this is the area to work with right now. There's a bit of fertile land there. Let's view what fertile land... I can't even view anything. Wow. Again, there's not much good, but I can tell that's a little bit of farming area there. We've got some good woodland area there and a bit over here too, so we can create some really cool industries. We've got to basically get a foundation for the place, get some peeps moved in, try and earn some money. So there's a road here off it, which is also a 2-lane highway. Now, what road do I have to hand? Okay, I've got the basic road. I'm going to pause it for now because I don't want to spend too much money. But let's upgrade that to a normal road. And then let's kind of bring this down. And I think we'll create like a little bend to go a little bit straighter. I want to take it off the main highway little section and create a small little residential area. So I think we'll bring it up from here because I want to stick a roundabout there eventually. You know how it's going to go, guys. I promise I won't use too many roundabouts this series. But we'll just kind of take it from the main little section here. So we do a couple of rows there. And I think if I kind of got this semi straight like that, and then just delete those two there and create a little bend. So there we go. So it kind of comes down, bends round, a little bit more natural. I kind of like it. So we've got this little area here. Then we'll create one more grid there, and I feel like we'll bring those slightly in. So nice and simple. And that one across by 20, didn't it? We'll do 20 on this one. There we go. So a simple grid, just for now, to get some residents moving in. Very, very basic. But, of course, I gotta add in the water. So I've got to be as efficient as possible with this, because I am on a budget right now. And it's going to make me spend so much money. So I'll try and follow some of the curvatures of the road. You can't create a curve on a pipe, can you, really? Right, can I take this snapping grid off a second? Just so I can get it a little bit more natural. Right, there we go. So I've got to add in the pumping station and stuff like that as well. So we do have two sides to a water source. Can we see where the water's flowing? So, I mean, it's coming around here. So you would want, as much as you don't want the sewage on this side, you would kind of want the sewage on that side. So if I place a sewage there, it'll kind of eventually funnel down and round and go off into the sunset. And I don't want that to happen. So we'll just place in a water pump just there. A little sewage pump, which already we're going to ruin. We are going to ruin the beauty of this place. I could do like an eco pump, but it's so much money a month. Right, we're just going to have to kind of stick this one here for now. Unfortunately. Connect it up. It's a very long connection. But we'll just go straight like that. Don't want to spend too much money on top of it. I've already spent quite a bit. And I don't want to really spend much more. So let's get some residents moving in then. So let's just kind of zone all this off here. I feel like I need to build a few more extra roads because it looks very squarey and, you know, it's not the idea I'm trying to go with. So if I created a few little cul-de-sacs here, bring this road up a bit more. And yeah, bring that up a bit there. Looks a little bit more natural, not as crazy right now. So let's just continue the zoning. So let's pull out the rectangle. So we got a very high residential kind of demand right now. So I'll get a bit of this in. I'll try and keep off the main little entrance road there. And I feel like it should be good there. So I could pull into play right now. But the issue we're going to have is we have no power. That is our issue for now. But let's just kind of see how much money we're going to be spending straight away. So let's have a little fast forward then. So houses should now be arriving. This is the thing as well. Do you know what is actually nice? Let's just kind of say this right now. Is the fact that Boomtown is so big. I've played it for so long right now. I kind of forget how slow the game is because it just feels normal to me at this point. This is already so freaking fast. This is so fast right now. So that should slowly, eventually start bringing our weekly expense down. It's at $6.99. But they are going to be complaining for power. So let's see what I can get up power-wise. So I could go windmill to begin with. Or I could go offshore wind turbine. Now what's the cheapest one? That's 6,000, cost 80 a week. That is how much does it do? You can do up to 8 depending on where we get it as well. Ooh, we could get it up on top of here. Right, if I squeeze in. Alright, let's just put a couple here. So how much? 6,000 a piece, isn't it? So one there and one there. Right, first I need to hook up these straight over. It's not ideal. I'll wait for... Well, these are going to be zoned up to here, aren't they? So if I just brought that to there. Am I just hoping that they're going to reach over here? And we should get a little bit of commercial down. So let's just squeeze a little bit of commercial just there. I know it's on the entrance point there, but that's like the main little, you know, area where they're going to be driving in. So that's where we can get the main, you know, little section of shops and stores in. So we are going to actually need to get this connected as soon as possible. There we go. Because we need to make money as soon as possible too. Now this also needs power down here for the sewage. So if I just kind of take it from there now. And then technically, we're all up and running. We're all up and running. Oh man, it feels so terrible when you're restricted on certain things you can do. So now our weekly outgoings are now starting to decrease quite rapidly. And now we get in that slight industrial demand. So it would be nice to keep the industrial area a little bit away from the little kind of residential town that we currently have right now. So I'm thinking, should we stick it in this little bay area over here? We have something like industrial section just there. And it's very close to the waterfront here, which we could create like an export route, which would be really, really nice. So let's try that then. So have we unlocked the industrial road? We haven't just yet, no. So let's go for this road. And what we'll do is I'll create like a straight as I can road here in the middle. And then we'll add a slight little bend on. Give it a little bit of character. And then we'll just come off this now. So I'll come up by 2. Up by 2 there. I've got 19,000 remaining. Now I'm going to cut through the middle just here. There we go. It's going to need power, but I won't give it power straight away. So I'll drop a small little demand for factories just there. And let that play. So we're only $200 now away from turning a profit. So once these are in, it should then decrease our little industrial demand. Yeah, it's going to need power. How much power are you producing? Okay, well, we're only using 4 megawatts, which is actually a lot less than I expected. There we go, straight over. So they're now connected. And for the first time ever, we're now turning a profit, boys. Alright, this is really well. Oh, and actually people have moved in too. That's pretty cool. So, money's now increasing. We'll then start to get a few extra residents moving in. We'll just need 360, and then we'll turn our little town into a little hamlet. And that's when we unlock some of the services too. We can continue the expansions as well. And there we go. So we've now unlocked the ability to change the taxes, get some loans, garbage, healthcare, education, and these are all the little servicey buildings that we've now unlocked, which is perfect. So it's time to do a little bit of an expansion right now. So we've got one little inlet route just here. I feel like we should create one a little bit further down. Or should I add the little roundabout? I mean, there's not going to be a lot of traffic, but it'll be nice to have the little roundabout. I did get as well the roundabout mod too. So that's way too big. So what if I brought this down to 50? And then what road has it got? It's a 4-lane highway. Let's go for the 2-lane highway. 2-lane highway. Is it a 2-way? I mean, can I do that considering I haven't unlocked it just yet? Right, 2-lane highway. That is how wide the roundabout's going to be. That's how cool the mod is. Can I do it? Okay, I can. It's a little bit awkward because it's a little bit bigger than you kind of wanted it to be. Right, pause the game. Let's try that again. Right, instead of 50, let's go down to 30. Or 40. Because then 30 looks a little bit smaller too. Right, 40. There we go. Turns into normal roads there. Have I unlocked it? No, I haven't unlocked it just yet. We've got to get a population of 1,700, but it does the job at the moment. Let's try. I can't even terraform and smooth off those edges yet either. So we got a slight little roundabout in there just to kind of ease the traffic into this scenario. And then when we eventually unlock the landscaping options, I mean, technically I can still use the move it tool. So that's, I mean, that kind of solves the one side of it. The rest is just all terraforming. Anyway, how is the industrial area doing? Pretty good. So we're going to have garbage issues very soon anyway, but I want to try and get in now a couple of extra roads and kind of set up to where I want this to go. So it would be nice if I could get this road to almost bend down parallel with this. So if you take that as the straight road there, and I have to, all right, pause it a second. So if I brought that to there, I'm trying to think what the best option would me to do this would be. Is that a good enough kink? I don't feel like it is. Right, if I bring it out, each one out by 7. There we go. We'll create the kink there then. Okay, so that will bend around slightly, and it goes to as if it would follow it up, but it kind of ends there because that's where the kind of land runs out. And then I would want to do something very similar on this side as well. So keeping this semi-straight, but obviously I don't want to destroy too much of the little natural beach that we kind of have. So I think that's really, really nice as well. There we go. So what I could do is just then bring it in. I mean, what would a... Ooh. That doesn't look great at all, does it? Right, what if we tried to create... Went up by 4. Went up by 4. Nice little round section. Actually looks really, really good, doesn't it? So we'll smoothen these edges off now as we start to fine tune it. There we go. And then now get rid of this as it bends and brings the roads round. Feels a little bit more semi-natural as we create like a little grid as the road bends around for the natural terraforming and landscaping of the place. So we'll just put it back into play mode now and then build up a little bit extra money. And let's see what we can get away with over here then. So, I want to get a little parking too. Start to get some natural stuff in. We'll eventually move the commercial. Probably stick the commercial down on this side, to be honest. That should be really, really nice. Now, if I brought this up by 7, brought that down to about here, and bent it in, we can get like a nice little row of commercial shops on that one side. That would be really nice. And I think we could benefit with a park, but obviously we can't get a park in just yet. So let's now zone some commercial over here. There we go. And now I'm going to also de-zone this commercial. So we're just going to move it out of the way because I don't want it on this front there. That'd be pretty sweet. And then we'll fast forward them. So get it all in. Get it all rocking and rolling. So yeah, like I said, we're going to have garbage issues very, very soon. So we'll handle those in just a moment. We're just trying to build up as much money as we can before we have to spend it, if that makes sense. So now we got rid of that commercial. The man shot up a little bit as we now start to fill this little area in, which is pretty cool. And eventually we got a roundabout there. We'll bring it further down and create another connection there. Bring this down, create another connection there. So we've got multiple connections into this place. So the this little area doesn't get bombarded. So now we've done a little hamlet. Next is 700 residents, which unlocks a few more stuff. Actually, it unlocks quite a lot, doesn't it? We've got to get services in too, like policing and all that. Okay, they're now asking for a little bit of garbage issue needs. So I could drop down my go-to, like we always do. But does that feel like it's cheating though? I don't know. Or do we drop a little landfill in or a recycling plant? I think I'll just drop this in now just to kind of ease our pressure slightly. So if I drop that up there, is it going to have water? Not really. Does it have power? I mean, it'll start producing its own power, to be honest, and then we can kind of get rid of our little windmill situation. But that's going to have like a ton of... How many garbage trucks is it pumping out? It's really up to 14, 15. Does it really need that many garbage trucks? Do we? I feel like we don't, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. But that should, yeah, start producing power too. So, residential is slightly going back up too. So, let's get a little bit more of that down. Get a little corner up there set up. A little corner just here and here. And where does the water flow? There we go. Just cover those little sections. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. Right, so yeah, like I said, residential is increasing again. Industrial demand has actually gone down. We did have a little bit pop in just there, but it is going down a bit. But we now got to a worthy village, which we've unlocked the ability to buy new land. We can now do districts, policies, get a second loan. Not interested about that stuff right now, but the forestry and horticultural specialization is something that we could look towards too. Have you unlocked any new type of roads? What's the next one? Oh, the next one's a lot. Okay. The next one unlocks some of the highways, which is a population of 1,000. But I do want to start thinking about this area as well, because it looks like really good farmland area that we could squeeze some stuff from. So, just for now, I mean, we could do dirt road. We'll do industrial road when we eventually unlock it, but just for now, we're going to go for this type of road. And I think we'll bring it back by one more. And I'll do some bends on the roads in just a second. I just want to play around with the structure of it. That's kind of what I want to try and do at the moment. So I'm going to play around with some structure of this road. So we can create like a little connection just here as well. So if I bring this up to there, that's where that secondary connection would be. Which we'll probably, I don't know if we're sticking a roundabout on that one. I don't know. I mean, because we're not having too much traffic issues at the moment. If anything, we're having none. We're having none, to be honest, aren't we? So, yeah. Do I keep the little crossroad in? I don't know how I feel about that, or I could kind of just completely get rid of it. Create a bend. And then allow the traffic, allow the roads to naturally come off them. So come out by 15 there. As awkward as it is, I mean, it's better for me to kind of create little angles, isn't it, really? Rather than me to kind of force this thing, this. Can we get some little... it's too close to the mountain. Isn't it, to be honest? It really is. We should be pausing this as we build anyway. Right, let's get... Okay. Do you know what? Actually, on second thoughts, I don't think I like that bend. I don't think I do like it. So what if I replace this back in? Like that. We can have little roads coming off. Which is like for these little farmland little area. And kind of see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, how much do I want to upgrade it to like a dirt road? These little ones. So the main road stays. Tarmac. Well, that turns into slightly farmlandy-ish. You know, we'll turn this whole little cut through here. So the roads leading up to it are tarmacked. That feels much better. It feels much better. So we gotta zone it first in this area. So it's not the farming industry. It's just gonna be farming industry. If that makes sense. The farming speciality. So where is it? Is this one here? No, organic. No, that's not the one. This type of farming industry, the default, the vanilla farming industry. That's what we're kind of going with right there. So let's get a few of these little in there then. So we can't do it in little kind of zoned areas. So we get him in like every so often. I'm not actually sure how big they need to be. This would be nice. Nice little farming area in. Do you feel like I should just go for that for now? I feel like I should just go with that for now. And get some pipe work done. So I'll follow the main road first. Which covers the majority of it. There we go. They will need power, but we'll see how that goes anyway. So, residential and commercial is increasing again. We should eventually see some farming area pop up soon. If you want to give me some name suggestions for the regions too, like this is Pine Square at the moment. We need to create a region. Or zone it just here. Give me a name suggestion for this little region too. That would be greatly appreciated, boys. So it's kind of Strawberry Heights at the moment, but I'll let you guys give me some name suggestions for it. So residential and commercial is increasing again. Let's kind of get rid of this for now, quickly. So let's paint all this residential. Going around the outskirts of it as well. A little bit more commercial down, which you can kind of finalize that little section up there, which would be quite cool. No, actually, do I want it there? No, we'll turn that into not commercial, into residential. It is quite a big gap there. I don't know how we would play that out. But if the road then continued to come off this and continue to follow down there as well, I would then want it to bend around and go down here. So just bear with me a second, because I've kind of got a really cool idea. So if I ended that there, and then do what we did. How did we do this little bend again? I've already forgot. I was up by 4, across by 7. Was it across by 7? No, it was just it was a basic 90 degree, wasn't it? Yeah, like that. Oh, that's really cool. And then delete the pair of those. To bend round like that. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. And then we'll create a snap there, which means I would get rid of that zoning and turn this into commercial. So we have these little shopping strips, which look really, really nice. I love that. I love that idea. So we'll kind of paint all this in just there. Kind of paint around the edge. And leave that for now. Make sure they've all got a little, well, enough water. There we go. Should be all good. And play. So that will satisfy the demand, and it should now technically push our population over 1,000. Ooh, pressing all the wrong buttons. It should push our population over 1,000 at this point. So we'll go to the next unlock ability. Get some new stuff. No one's really complaining about the services just yet, and I'm kind of happy about that because, you know, I want to try to build up as much money as possible before we do start placing like police stations and fire stations stuff like, and like medical centers, because they start to eat into our weekly budget. So I'm not happy about how the industry demands has kind of disappeared as well. But landscaping's all in right now. We've got parks and recreation. We've got a lot of cool stuff. New paths available too, which is the zoo stuff. Oh my goodness me. We've pretty much unlocked quite a lot. Okay. We've unlocked quite a bit right now. So let's pause for a second now, because now I can actually get a park in. And that's what I kind of wanted for a while. So a park with trees. And where should I squeeze this in? Is that too big of a park? Or do I go for this one? No, I feel like I should get that big boy in. But I feel like I'd want it in the corner. Do you know what? Looking at this, this should just come down straight in and bend in, shouldn't it? Because that feels more natural then. So if I came down by 17... created that bend there. That feels a bit more natural. Stays away from the beach a little bit. And it creates a nice, solid 90-degree right there. Now, what type of path is that? That is normal path right there. So, with the little pavement path here, I can then pull it off to go in many different directions. So it's still a part of this area. There we go, connect that over. So it is still a part of all sides. And then we just build up and around it, which will be really nice. Don't know whether to get... No, I don't think I'll go shopping kind of district just there just yet. Or anything like that, but it's kind of in just there. Just to add a little bit of extra leisure. Still nothing going on over here just yet. Which is fairly interesting. I expect it's at least some industrial to a certain degree, but that's okay. That's cool. That's cool. How are we doing over here, by the way? I mean, it is what it is, right? I suppose we need like an export area before we can start pushing stuff out and increasing our industrial demand. But what is next on the agenda? To become a Boomtown 1700, which unlocks a few different things, which is pretty cool. But I can I actually now upgrade this road to what it originally was? Large roads, still no. We need 1,700 for that. Okay, that's all cool. That's all cool. But the progress so far, I like it. I actually like it. This road will then connect up to just there. As another little connection. Probably, I don't know if I'll do a roundabout there. And then this road will come in and then probably connect up to this one here. So we're creating that semi-little loop there. We're getting quite a bit of traffic coming in, which is nice. Nice to see the town finally is coming to somewhat being alive. Now it's asking for those services, which we should now get in. So making 2,200 a week. So we'll go for the ones that are the cheapest. So 480. 480. Can we not get the smaller ones in? We do have... Oh, a Dulux police station, toll road. Okay, we'll go for this one right now. 10 police car capacity. This one's a 10 police car capacity 2. So nice and small. Both of them are fairly small. We'll go for the small one here. And we'll get just on the little kind of corner here. Kind of treat it as like a little the precinct area. And I think with the move it tool as well, we'll kind of get it right in there. Into the corner, which feels a lot better. Fire brigade. So same with this one. I could actually go for the Ghostbusters style, which is cool, but it only has a capacity of 2 engines, and I don't really want to do that. We got 15 there for that firehouse, or 6 there. How big is this one? That one's a lot bigger, so I won't go for that one. And then we'll throw this one on that side. Fire station just there, which will handle just wow. Should be pretty cool. So I like how we got this little space here to then work with. So I'm able to place down the trees. What type of trees have we got in this area? Alright, we've got these type of trees here, so just trying to build up the area slightly. So there are a few little trees in. So I drop a couple of rocks in, but I don't want to go for... I mean, I can up the brush size slightly. Nah, it's easy to free place it, isn't it, at that point? Those are way too big. Nice little entrance to the path there. It's actually pretty cool. And obviously we'll build it up more as time goes on. And that'll be pretty good. Right, can I get rid of this build option, please? Are you going to disappear? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got 1,000, almost 1,400 residents moved in. We've just got the police station and the fire kind of house, the fire brigade house there. What's it called? Yeah, the firehouse. So only time will tell how that goes on. So little stuff like this is really handy too. Just kind of, ooh. Okay, I didn't really want that to happen. How it eats into the path. Ugh. I thought it was going to complement the path, not do that. What if I put this anarchy on? Will it do it if I put the anarchy on? No. Okay. Okay. We'll walk away. But yeah, it's going pretty well. Even with that new stuff added in, it's already handled the majority of the demands right now. We got a little bit of issues over there, but they'll eventually get over there anyway. So they're settling what they need to settle. Still haven't had any farming area move in just yet on that fertile land. So only time will tell. I suppose we need to do something that's going to bring... we need to kind of sort this little hump out right now. So how much will smoothing and affect it? So I could just kind of pump it out a bit more than what it is. And it enables me to smooth it a lot further back. Alright, still a little bit of a lip there, but when we get buildings in on that side, it should end it all off. I like this little corner here. That's really, really nice. Pumping so much sewage water into this glorious little tropical paradise right now. It's not good. It's definitely not good. We've got residential boosts through the roof right now. Commercial demand is skyrocketing too. And this is where we're going to be ending this episode, guys. So a nice and simple and easy start to begin with. Guys, if you want to kind of suggest what you want me to kind of focus on to begin with, or kind of do as we, continue to go through it, I'll let you guys have as much input as you possibly want, because we're going to build this beautiful place together. So you eventually want to get down to this area here. This will be a really good forestry area where you can get some industrial stuff added in. I'll probably eventually replace this with the kind of zoning of the farm and actually replace it with real farming industry. And then I'm sure the mining area somewhere is probably up in the hills. So we're going to sort that all out. This will eventually try and do something with it and try and get like an export import route set up via a shipping lane or something like that. But for now, it's going pretty well. We're going to build this little kind of small town. It'll probably expand where the tree line starts all the way up to around here, maybe kind of push down and around here. I don't know if it will kind of merge into this or we have a little bit of a gap before we create another small town on the peninsula there. But this is probably, it's going to get a little bit bigger than what it is right now, and that's probably where we kind of want to leave that small little town to work with, as we kind of create other little pockets of towns as well, until we can eventually find some big fertile flat lands like we got over in the distance and over there, especially that beach area. That's going to be really cool to set up. And so we can build like slightly larger towns. Again, we're not building metropolises. It's nice and simple, nice and easy, but we do have real world environments set up right now. It's going pretty well. So the next thing we're going to unlock, we've unlocked quite a bit already, is a lot of public transport. The ore industry will unlock too. A lot of road stuff. The highway stuff is the one I want, because I want to turn these back into the 2-lane highways, these 2 roads here, after upgrading the roundabouts, but it's going pretty well. We'll have to get some public transport into some a little bus route looping around in here and stuff like that. But they're enjoying the park right now, got a couple of visitors. It's going pretty well. Things are looking pretty good. Guys, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoy FoolTopia. Hope you want to see more of it and we turn into a series as we build this tropical paradise. Let me know in the comment section down below, and until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.